welcome to a new tutorial series about Ghost, the open source blogging platform. In this series, we will take a look at how to install Ghost on your computer for local development, create a theme from scratch, and deploy it on a live server. Let's get started. First, let's go to the official ghost.org website and access the developer's documentation. And in the installation section, let's select local install. Just a heads up, these instructions are exclusively for local development. Don't make the mistake of following these steps when connected remotely to your server, as it won't work. In order to install Ghost, you will need NodeJS with NPM, the Node package manager, as well as Python and the setup tools. I already have Python installed on my system, but I'm missing Node and NPM. You can install these packages easily by downloading them from their official websites, or you might want to use the package manager of your operating system of choice. In this instance, I want to show you how to install Node and one issue you might stumble upon. I'm going to install Node via curl terminal command from its official website. The instructions are telling me to use the Node version manager to install the latest Node version, which at the time of this recording is version 24. After doing that, my system is ready with both NPM and Node available to consume. Let's install Ghost by copying the simple single line from the official documentation and pasting it into our terminal. Great, now Ghost NPM package is globally installed in my system. I will now access the folder where I'm planning to develop my custom Ghost blog and theme. In my case is the sites/alecad folder. Let's copy the command to install a local copy of the Ghost application, and we have a problem. As you can see, the installation failed because Ghost doesn't support the current version of Node I have installed in my system. Solving this is very easy. First, let's check which version Ghost supports. At the time of this recording, looks like Ghost only supports up to version 22. Let's go back to our terminal and type nvm install 22 in order to install version 22 of Node.js inside our system. Be aware that this operation will erase all previously installed packages in your system, so be careful. In fact, if we try to install Ghost locally again, we will get a message telling us that Ghost package cannot be found. We need to install the Ghost package globally once again. After that, we can finally install Ghost locally. After the installation is completed, Ghost is launched automatically and it's available at a local address. Let's access it to complete our setup via the web interface. Add all the info you want for your own website and complete this setup. You will be presented with a small onboarding, up to you if you want to follow the steps or skip it. Feel free to browse around and explore the Ghost dashboard if you've never used it, but after that it's time to start understanding its coding structure and how to create a new theme from scratch. Let's launch a code editor to visualize the source code that we just installed in our local folder. I'm going to use VS Code as my code editor, but you can use anything you want, even a simple text editor. This folder configuration might be confusing, but it's actually pretty simple and straightforward. First, the file config.development.json is the configuration file that holds all the information of your Ghost installation, your port, database, and so on. We will look in the future on how to create a production-ready file for the live deployment of your website. But for now, we don't need to touch this file at all, as we can safely ignore it. The versions and current folder are almost the same in that they hold the actual core code of Ghosts used to run the whole platform. The versions folder holds all the different versions of Ghost that we installed and support. For now, you should only be able to see one single version, which is the latest one you installed. The current folder is a copy of the latest version of Ghost inside the versions folder. Also in this case, we can safely ignore both folders since we shouldn't be touching the core code of Ghost unless we're planning to contribute to the project itself. The folder we want to care for is the content folder, which holds all the files and data related to our current installation of Ghost, including stuff we can modify to make it behave the way we want. The most obvious subfolder we will interact with is the themes subfolder, in which we will create our own custom theme. Another interesting aspect to remember is that Ghost uses SQLite to store its data. Therefore, we can easily open this file with an SQL client and inspect, modify, import, or export the data we need. Ghost also comes with a built-in command line tool and other utilities that we will learn to use throughout this series. The most basic one is the Ghost CLI itself, which allows us to stop our current local installation so our website is not served anymore and there's no local port occupied by it. Starting it again with Ghost start and checking the log with Ghost log to get a better glimpse at what's happening if things go wrong. That's pretty much it for this first lesson. Remember to subscribe to my channel as new tutorials will be published every week, and let me know in the comments below if there's any specific aspect of Ghost theme development you're interested in learning. Thank you so much for watching and happy coding!